another JavaScript coding video part 2. So now we're going to learn our background colors, variables, and animation basics. But first we're going to start our background colors. So if we see our article over here, we see that there are 3 main RGB colors, which are red, blue, and yellow. And then a certain amount of each will create a distinctive color like here. So if we do our challenge and we start over, the first step is to make the background look like that or almost like that. So the first thing we do is make a space right there and do background. And then we modify our colors. Let's go to here. And that's close enough, so we're going to go to our next step. So these are the RGB colors as I mentioned. And this amount of each will make a distinctive color right here. Right now this has 0 red, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of blue. Let's go on to our next step. So now we're supposed to make our drawing look like this. So we go onto the ground, fill, change this to red to green. There, pretty close enough. So you're gonna add another fill command to make the sun its own color. So this fill over here, it's controlling all of this. It colors all of this, but if you add another fill over here, it's gonna change. The first fill will stop right here, and now this fill will control all of this. So that's why the snowman's red. Let's change this to yellow and move on. So we're on our last step. And remember, you can always do these challenges by yourself on Khan Academy. So now we're going to make the snowman its own color. So we make another fill here. And change this to white up in that corner. And now we've created our sunny day snowman. So we can also do a project over here, but we're going to skip that. And we're going to go on to variables. So once we do now we can do our challenge with variables. And let's start by doing the practice. In the following code, we define 2 variables, W and H, and we use them to draw an ellipse and a rectangle. How tall is each one of the shapes? So we're going to do 20 since it's W over here and that equals 20. And this is how tall it is once we check. And that's wrong. We can just go on to the next one because I'm no good at quizzes. So now we can just start over. And now we have to do our variables. Var is how we start a variable. And then we have to create our own name. Var buck I. I'm just naming this. Equals. Let's see how the left eye and right eye are similar. They both are 10, so let's name this 10. And now I have to replace these with buck eye. These are also case sensitive, so make sure you do our capitals correctly. So buck eye again. And then we have to also replace these 10s too. And also this one. Let's change that. There. So now try changing the size of the eyes by changing the value of your variable. So if we change this, all of the eyes will change. Now let's just move like that. And next step. So now you create another variable. And this is going to correct your teeth. So our title should be something related to our teeth. Or buck teeth. Buck teeth. Equals. Let's see what the similar is. They're 15s and 10s, but we'll only replace a 10, so 10 semicolon. Remember, there should be a semicolon after every statement, otherwise we're going to go into infinite loop, and we don't want that. So now we're going to make buck teeth, make this into a capital, and we also can change this one too. And now we can just move on to the next step. Now we have to try changing the length of the teeth by changing the value of your variable. So we change this variable to this, for example. So 23, 23. Wait, sorry, I don't want to spin off. So afterwards, we've done all of this, and our challenge is complete. And now we can go on to animation basics, because you need to learn how to use variables before, animations. So this was my animation. Pretty nice. So let's restart this, start over. And first we have to do a var, or a variable, var sun size. So we have to use whatever title our hint suggests, and then the value is going to be 30. Now we have to go make a draw function right here. Draw equals function. And now for the code to be part of the draw function, you have to put it inside the function. But it seems your code is after it instead. So we have to Control X, or Command X since I'm using a MacBook here. And then Command V. And we finished our first step, and we move on to the next. It looks like you have var sun size equals a number twice. That means you're declaring the, so I have to take this one out. And now it's telling us to do, so let's see. This should start sun size, since that's our variable. Sun size equals sun size plus 1. So let's do that now. Inside a draw function. Sun size equals sun size plus 1. And a semicolon at the end. So we've done our challenge. And let's see how it turned out. I'm not sure where the sun is. Okay, so basically, that is how you do animations. And I've tried to figure this out. There. So that's our sun. And it's getting bigger. And just restart. And that's how you do an animation. You want to make one? You can try that yourself. Just remember, all of the code has to be inside the draw function. Otherwise, so basically, this code is mandatory for an animation to work. Because this is getting plus 1. So it's 1 unit bigger than it was before. And that's how it creates this movement over here. So if we do minus. And if we create a bigger one, let's see, how about 10 at a time? Then it just does a lot bigger. And if we do negative, it should do something, but I think it's way too big. So that's just how you do animations. And thank you for watching this video, and make sure you tune in to the next video. Thank you very much for watching again.